My name's Amy Duncan and I work at the Body Art Shop in Adelaide, South Australia.
Fran, Sydney.
Okay, when did I get my first tattoo? I was 15 and I was doing a project on tattoos for Year 11 art at school, and I originally wasn't really interested in tattoos all that much. I was just always an artistic kid and decided to do this project, and so I bought a whole lot of tattoo magazines and stuff and became obsessed with them and decided I wanted to get one. And so me and a couple of school friends, I went to a school with no uniform, so we didn't look suspicious, went into town in between lessons one day and spur of the moment, just went in there and I want that one, and it's a little dragon about that big on my hip and it's absolutely awful.
I can't really remember. It was very old. It's 30 years ago.
Did I find it difficult as a female to get into the industry? For me personally, no. I was really lucky. I got this job. I apprenticed in this shop and I got this job through my friend Shep, who I work with, and he was doing tattoos for me that I'd drawn myself, and so he had seen my artwork and knew that I could draw and everything. And I mean, he's just an incredibly nice person and very open-minded and progressive in his ideas. He's not, you know, he's younger, he's only in his early 30s, and he's not, you know, from the generation of tattooists who are, you know, a bit macho and a bit that way inclined. So he was really open to the idea of having more women in the industry, and he just liked my drawings, and we got talking about tattooing, and I said that I wanted to do it, and he said one day he'd be happy to teach me if the opportunity arose, and it did. So I didn't find it hard at all. I was, if anything, I had an upper hand because there weren't any other women working here and there aren't many women working in other shops, and it's probably actually beneficial for the place to have a girl, because lots of women come in here and want a little tattoo on their bikini line or whatever, and they don't want a man to do it, and just even, you know, I suppose more intricate feminine style artwork, even though people like Shep are perfectly capable of doing it. I think a lot of women who want that sort of work maybe assume that another woman would be more capable of doing it, and so yeah, you tend to attract a certain kind of clientele, which is great for me, because that's the sort of work I like doing anyway. So
you know, 27 years ago, it was like there was only a handful of women in Australia that were tattooing, and it's not so much from other tattooists, but it was from men in general, you know. I had a couple of fights with people because I worked in King's Cross, so just because they wanted the artwork but they didn't want me to do it because I was a woman. That's what they said to me.
Do I get treated differently for having tattoos? Yeah, I mean, definitely men, you know, you get some funny reactions when you're out, you know, at a bar or whatever, and you get kind of these weird conflicted responses from men who kind of find it repellent that you're covered in tattoos, but, you know, they're maybe still attracted to you or whatever, and so you get these weird pick-up lines that are kind of just a bit disturbing. Yeah, yeah, you definitely get treated differently. There's obviously a lot of people that just think that you're scum because you're covered in tattoos, which is fine. It doesn't bother me at all, but they make certain judgments about you, and that's kind of actually part of the attraction of it for me. I kind of like getting an honest response from people. It's if you don't have tattoos, I suppose you can kind of be anybody you want, and when you've got tattoos you don't have that option. You're wearing your heart on your sleeve, and everybody knows exactly, not that they know exactly who you are, but you know, there are certain things about yourself you can't hide, and I actually like that, because that means that certain people you don't really want in your life are going to immediately repelled anyway. So
people seem to take people on what they see face value, and yeah, they're either very short, or I've had instances where they'll look at you and then look away. They treat you differently. I was in Target one day and 4 guys walked past, young guys, and one of them started to laugh and they started to carry on. So I just walked straight up to him and, you know, 4 inches from his face, I said, "What's your fucking problem?" And, and instantly it's like his ass fell out, you know. No one had ever stood up to him, and especially a woman. And it was like, and, oh, nothing, sorry. And they walked away. And I mean, it's just like I've walked up the street, and like in summer when you wear short sleeves and stuff, you know, I was walking up the street and this guy just grabbed me and started to look at my arms. And I said, oi, you know, a few colourful words came out, and he got all snotty about it. I said, hoi, you can't do that, it's like assault, you know. I don't walk up to people and start grabbing at them and say, oh, show us your skin. You know, and then I've been in the supermarket and walking along with the trolley, and this woman just comes up to me and starts stroking my arms. So, oh, aren't they beautiful? I mean, who does that? So you get a big variety of, you know, from weirdness. People they just don't know how to handle themselves, you know.
Yeah, do I have any bad stories about clients